Hey YouTube, it's Alan Sugano. I'm the president of ADS Consulting Group, and today's topic is about Zero Trust Networks, or ZTN, and what are the different use cases. So ZTN, or Zero Trust, is kind of like the buzzword in cybersecurity right now, or one of the buzzwords amongst many. So basically what it means is that until proven otherwise, we are not going to trust you. And I don't care if you've come in the day before, I don't care if you've come in the past year, you always have to re-authenticate and prove who you say you are. So there are no implicit trusts. You have to vet the device, make sure it's got maybe a certain patch level or certain security patches or certain antivirus. You can also configure to say, okay, if they don't have this, then they're going to be, they only have a subset of the stuff they would have unless they had like the full-blown up-to-date with patches, antivirus, blah, blah, blah. So you can kind of control that and kind of restrict access or allow access based on what the device that you're using to connect up to is. Also, it allows you to do what's kind of granular access. So typically, right, and this kind of is more like with an SSL VPN or any traditional VPN, I'll call it in general, is that usually when you connect up and you create a tunnel with an SSL VPN, you have access to the entire enchilada, the entire network. So Zero Trust, you can set up multiple policies to go, okay, well, this person, and it's kind of that least privilege implementation. That's kind of what Zero Trust does, is it basically says, okay, what resource does this particular user or group, if you want to do it usually by group of users, need to do their job. So if they don't need access to the HR server, they're not getting access. If they don't need access to the payroll server, they're not getting access. Basically, it just allows them to gain access to the resources they do need access to, even though they're an internal employee, and that's it. There's nothing else. So it's a little bit more complicated than that. Of course, I'm simplifying it, but as a general scheme, that's kind of what Zero Trust is. So it allows you to be more granular. Typically, you're also going to vet the device. You're also going to force, usually, and we recommend this anyway, multi-factor authentication for authentication, as well as some other additional safeguards. The biggest one we feel is the ability to do granular permissions or access based on, and some type of access policy based on the type of users that's gaining access to your network. So anyway, it can also be a replacement for an SSL VPN, or that's typically where we see it being used, although you can even implement it internally, which is not necessarily a bad idea, because again, it also ties down to the least privilege, or it's called zero basing. I don't know if you've heard that term, but basically you just take away everybody's rights, nobody has access to anything, and then just sprinkle in things as necessary. So anyway, that's our tip of the week. If you like this content, if you need more information about Zero Trust, you can send an email to info@adscon.com. Thanks a lot for listening. If you like this content, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It does help out the channel. Stay safe out there, and trust no one, right, until proven otherwise. And we'll talk to you soon.